A report by Save the Children says that 1.4 million children under the age of 5 face malnutrition in South Sudan. The country is facing its most dire hunger crisis since independence in 2011. Conflict, along with an unprecedented fourth consecutive year of widespread flooding, have made the situation worse. More than 600,000 people have been affected by those floods. Let's bring in Ponpunjib Rabel Tosapon. She is country director of Save the Children for South Sudan, and she joins us today from Johannesburg. Thank you for being with us. Look, Save the Children is calling this, we just said that, the worst hunger crisis in the country for a decade, which is saying a lot for a country that is no stranger to humanitarian crises. How did we get here?
That's a very good question. Thank you so much for having me here. This is the worst hunger crisis in South Sudan since 2011. We have 8.9 million people. That's more than 70% of the entire population in need of humanitarian assistance. That includes 1.4 million of children under the age of 5 facing acute malnutrition. South Sudan is actually one of the worst affected and the most vulnerable countries to the world to climate change, with drought, devastating floods. We couple that with nearly a decade of conflicts, frequent displacements, disease outbreaks. The family and children are here really on a break, and there must be something that we can do for them.
Okay, describe for us the situation, the lives these children are living, just so our viewers can understand.
So if we imagine that the entire country, we only have 2% of the road paved. We only have 9% of the entire population generally have access to electricity. We are facing over 370% of inflation since 2017 until now. Imagine the life of us living in that situation where only 2% of the entire countries of roads are paved, and now it's underwater.
Right. So as you speak, we're seeing the pictures of the flooding, which has made things that much worse.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you have the funds that you need? I ask you this because money is tight pretty much around the world right now. And just a few days ago, earlier this week, the UN's refugee agency was saying it didn't have the money to fund all its programs at the moment. Where is Save the Children on that? Do you have the funds?
We are facing a very similar situation where resources are very limited. So far, only around 45% of the UN International Humanitarian funding appeal for the entire of 1.7 billion has been raised for South Sudan. So you see that less than half of the resources are available where the needs are actually arising every day.
All right. Listen, thank you very much for joining us. Ponpunjib Rabel Tosapon, your country director of Save the Children for South Sudan. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.